Many thanks for staying with us, everyone. Today, so much drama ensued on the floors of the National Assembly. The two chambers were bringing of a heated standoff against some of the actions of the executive arm of government. Today, they resumed from recess, and it looks like battle begun. In the upper chamber, the Senate is suspending confirmation of all nominees from the executive until all issues of confirmation as contained in the Constitution are adhered to. The Senate took the decision or the position following a point of order by Senator Ahmed Sani, where he drew the attention of lawmakers to a comment made by Acting President Yemi Osinbajo that the Senate has no powers to confirm nominees apart from ministerial and ambassadorial nominees. We'll take a listen to that debate.
If the Vice President, the Acting President said, we don't have the power to confirm, and then on the other hand, he's sending us a document to confirm, which one are we taking? Has he withdrawn from saying that we don't have power to confirm? Or is he now saying that indirectly he has withdrawn, and then we should keep on going on to confirm? Now, if we should keep on going to confirm, then what of the one we rejected and they still confirm on their own and put in office? So that is a major question. I think that Senate should put an holidays, a suspension on this request.
As a Senate, we have agreed that until the needful is done, we are not going to go into another further confirmation of anybody.
Those are the lawmakers on the upper chamber of the National Assembly, but in the lower chamber, it seems the executive is not having a nice day. The House of Representatives has summoned the Minister of Works, Power and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, over the statement linked to him about the lawmakers and their roles in the budget process. Take a listen to the lawmakers now.
I therefore pray, Mr. Speaker, that this House, if you will, form an ad hoc committee to summon the Honourable Minister without prejudice to his right with his right as a Nigerian to speak his mind, to summon him to appear before a committee of this House or ad hoc committee of this House to answer on the breach of privilege of this House and the incitement of Nigerians against their elected representatives.
You may be wondering why the man they called a major minister, he has 3 major ministries under him. So you may be wondering why he has angered these lawmakers. Let me show you what perhaps has angered them. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Fashola, has expressed deep concern over the recourse of the National Assembly spokesperson to name-calling over his observations on the 2017 budget. The minister said the fundamental issues are not being addressed. He believes it won't be out of place to seek a resolution of the conflict at the Supreme Court in order to protect the country's future, because the issue is rather institutional rather than personal, he said. And let me show you a portion of his statement, and I quote now. Mr. Fashola said, as long as budgets plan to deliver life-changing infrastructure are cut into small pieces, Nigeria will continue to have small projects that are not life-changing and big projects that have not been completed in 17 years. Just a portion of what he said. Some others that have angered the lawmakers. Well, in all of this, what exactly is happening between these two arms of government? In the 2 years of the APC government, we've seen more than these, and this seems to be a continuing row between these two arms of government. Let's get the benefit of the experience of my guest tonight. My guest is an experienced lawmaker and a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress. Senator Mamora joins us on the program. Many thanks for coming on the program, Senator.
Thank you, Chium, for inviting me.
Are you surprised that yet again we're seeing these reactions from the National Assembly? It does look like they came back wanting to wage war against the executive because they're just resuming today, and the two chambers have some grievances with the executive.
Well, I think it may not be fair to say that the National Assembly has come back from recess to wage war. No, I think that will not be right. Rather, I think we should look at the issues between the executive and the legislature. And I mean, maybe some fundamental disagreements between the two arms of government. Well, again, one will be a little bit uncomfortable because we're talking of a government that is, you look at the two arms, the executive and the legislature, the same government is controlling these two arms of government. So one would ordinarily have expected that there will be greater understanding and less of disagreement.
Well, we see the members of the party, the leadership of the National Assembly, when they meet with the executive, they seem to be all smiles and everybody chatty, and it looks like everything is good. But when they get back to the chambers, it doesn't look like. What exactly is the problem between the executive and the legislature? Nigerians want the truth from you. As a respected senator, would you tell them what exactly is the problem?
Well, I think it's a matter of understanding between the executive and the legislature. Yes, we do have what we routinely describe as separation of powers between the executive and the legislature. But to start with, let me say that all the arms of government, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, they are coordinates. Coordinates simply, means that they are equal in ranking. No arm of government is a junior to the other. They are coordinates, that is, equal in ranking. But again, when you talk of separation of powers, I always argue and make it clear that separation of powers is not and cannot be absolute.
Let's look at it.
So in governance, you must have what I call certain things in place: cooperation, collaboration, coordination, even what I call understanding, and of course consultation and communication. Communication is two-way.
Well, it looks like there's no major communication.
Well,
I mean, is it a failure of the liaisons between the two arms of government? There seems to be a breakdown of communication between these arms of governments.
Well, I don't want to say this is where you put the blame. I don't want to lay the blame at the doorstep of any person. But all I know is that there are so many things involved. The attitude of the executive, the attitude of the legislature, the attitude of the party.
And the fact that your party is in crisis.
Of course, don't forget that.
Is it not?
No. The party is not in crisis.
That is a breakdown of communication. When you have a ruling party, I know you will not disagree with me.
Crisis,
but it looks so much that there's a crisis in your party, Senator.
It looks like, but that's what you say. The point is this, that the party is the mother of government. The party is the mother of government. And government comprises of three arms, which we all know.
Yeah.
And particularly the legislature and the executive, because these are two arms of government where people there, particularly at the top level there, were those elected on the platform of the party. And that's why the party is
Senator,
the mother.
In specifics, if you look at the reasons why, the senators are angry, they said, look, there's some confirmation that they stepped down, and there's those people, naturally, to them, should have been removed from office. But the executive arm of government is still retaining some of these people. Is it right for the executive to retain non-confirmed officials or nominees in office?
Well, I am not in position to say whether it is right or it is wrong. Don't forget, again, that is why you have the judiciary. Judicial arm of government is the final arbiter.
But so is it now right for the National Assembly to say they are suspended confirmation in that sense?
Well, it's not a matter of, let me say this. You know, the legislative arm of government is not a judicial institution. It is a political institution. To that extent, oftentimes you see issues being determined on the floor based on the politics. And of course, the political institution is not a judicial. It's not that I just mentioned to you.
So the National Assembly may be wrong in its decision sometimes.
Oh, of course, because I mean it's peopled by human beings, so there will be no perfection.
Okay.
There may be, and that's why the judicial arm. And don't forget, some people are even already calling for the intervention of the judiciary in determining certain things. So if there are issues, and you have the legislature, you know, sticking to its gun, and the executive sticking to its gun, of course.
Do you think that they are grandstanding the executive in this sense?
Well, I don't want to speak for the. I'm not there. I don't know what has been discussed.
The reason why you're here is because of your experience.
And that's why
it looks like a grandstanding.
That's why I'm explaining to you that when there are disagreements that cannot be resolved